This is the plaintiff, John Frederick. He says the defendant runs a shady towing business that has no authority to tow cars. He's running a scam. And he's here suing him today to put a stop to all this nonsense once and for all. When he was towed, he called the cops to see if the defendant went through the proper channels, which he did not. And he's here seeking $1,000 for the illegal tow and punitive damages. This is the defendant, Daryl Martinez. He says he towed the plaintiff's car because he doesn't have a permit to park in the housing complex where he lives. The management company called him to tow the car. He reported it to the local police department as required by law, and he removed the vehicle. He's licensed through Consumer Affairs, did everything by the book, and he owes this clown nothing. He's accused of running a scam.
All parties, please raise your right hands.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case on the docket. The plaintiff says the defendant's towing company is shady and towed his car unlawfully, but the defendant says the plaintiff parked in the wrong spot in his housing complex. So tough. It's the case of you're giving me a complex.
Thank you, Douglas. John Frederick, you are suing All About Automotive Incorporated, represented here by Daryl Martinez. You're the owner?
Yes.
Okay, for $1,000, $135 the reimbursement of a tow you had to pay, and $865 as punitive damages. Because according to you, he had no authority to tow you. Okay, talk to me.
On about August the 22nd of this year, the defendant removed a loaner vehicle I had parked at my residential facility, parking facility, without permission or authority to do so.
Okay, so why did you have a loaner vehicle?
My car was in the shop.
Okay, now you live in public housing?
Yes.
Okay, and do you have a permit to park there?
In my car, yes.
And describe the permit. What's it look like? Is it hanging from your?
No, it's a fix. It's a fix.
It's a fixed. Okay, so when you decided to park, but you know that cars get towed from there. In fact, it's happened to you before, right?
Yes.
So did you ask the management office to give you a temporary for the loaner?
No, I just parked it within.
Do you have proof that you'd paid to have a permit on your car for that year block?
No, I don't have.
So how are you going to guard against being towed?
I wanted to know because I just parked there.
I know, just parking there is what gets you towed. I mean, why?
Yeah.
What's magical?
Well, granted, the housing management or the agent there is supposed to notify them by phone to let them know that we have a unauthorized vehicle parked there.
Right.
But what these people was doing was going around looking for vehicles that without the parking permit on the thing and removing it. At the time, there was construction workers parked there, so they had a bonanza that day because they was renovating the development. So they went in and.
Are you suggesting that they're just a tow company who went in and towed without authority?
Correct.
Okay, let's hear from you.
We don't just go in there and take vehicles.
No, I can't imagine you do.
There's an enforcement agency that goes around with cameras on their cars, and they look for cars that don't have permits.
Okay.
They tell us to take the vehicle. They stamp our receipt.
Who's they? What's their name?
Laz Parking Solutions.
Now, Laz Parking Solutions has the contract from the city of New York.
From NYCHA.
And then they farm the work out to you. Do you have, according to you, so do you have proof that Laz farms the work out to you?
Yeah.
Who did you get the call from, Laz or?
Laz, well, they're agents that just drive around.
So they pay people to drive around, spot the cars that are illegally parked, and they tell you.
Pretty much.
Let me see the document from Laz.
This is the contract from them to me.
Okay.
And then you have the
Now he says you say that you've sued them before.
Correct.
And you won.
Correct.
Tell me about that. Did they fail to show?
Are towing companies upstanding or shady? What do you say?
Most of them are shady.
Wow, you really think so, huh?
I think so. Sometimes they
Harsh.
yeah.
Harsh, going inside the courtroom.
They was instructed to bring in their log books, indicating who was police department they contacted after they towed the car, who contacted them to take the car, who said, I want you to take this specific car. And they're supposed to write out a work order indicating the time and date they ordered these people to take out their car. It's impossible.
Why'd you lose the case in front of the other judge?
I've never.
Were you there?
No.
Was somebody else there?
It might have been a different company. I don't know.
It wasn't your company?
No, I took this company from another company who had a similar name. We're unaffiliated.
I took this company from another company.
The company that he's talking about has a similar name. They're all about Automotive 2 Inc. I'm all about Automotive Inc. I'm in Greenpoint. They were in Williamsburg.
How do you know this?
Because we're not far from each other.
Yeah, but how do you know that he sued them?
Well, he just said
Oh,
that.
you're just assuming
yeah,
that he's...
I mean, yeah,
Okay.
it has to be them because I didn't go to court. I usually go to court for me, for my company, so.
When does Laz stamp it?
The minute they want the car authorized to be removed.
Did you notify the city that you had towed the car? Do you notify the city or just Laz?
No, either Laz does it or the driver.
Oh,
Goes to
so
the precinct
what's the
after-
protocol? The driver
They
notifies?
have like an hour, 2 hours to log it into the precinct.
Okay,
to let
and
them
so
know.
did you log this one in?
Oh yeah, they logged it in.
Okay, and then what evidence do you have that they didn't log it in?
Because the police called me back and said they just showed up, because when I inquire
Okay,
about...
really, seriously.
Okay.
I'm trying to figure out, you have acknowledged that you parked illegally, they towed you, and I now have the paperwork that shows that they are in business with Laz. So they have the authority to tow there. And so now, what's your defense?
My position is they have a contract with Laz. Laz do not specifically goes around looking for cars that illegally
You are
parked.
so out of gas, I can't even begin to tell you. You parked illegally. They work for the company that has the contract. I have the proof that they work for the company. How are you going to win this case? You're not. Stop parking illegally. If you really have authority to park there. But there's a method for this. You're supposed to go to the management office and say, listen, tomorrow I have to drop my car off at the shop. I'm going to leave. Give me a temporary pass so that my loaner car can have a temporary pass. There's a solution. You just didn't go through the solution, and now you want to make $1,000 for not going through the solution. Not today, pal. Verdict for the defendant.
So the plaintiff fails to prove his case here in the People's Court, and he loses. But you look good. You're all decked out, but you lost in court. The jewelry didn't help, you know?
I don't know. These people need a big spanking, but
They do?
yes, they do. But
Well, you got to be more careful, too, you know.
I live there. I have a permit. I parked
know.
there.
Yeah,
I had a
but
loaner
not on the car that day.
Yeah, but the point is, they didn't go through the protocol. They supposed to prove why they towed the car.
Well, the judge didn't agree with you.
I believe
Okay.
that.
Sorry about that. You must sign a few documents on your way out of court.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Mr. Martinez. How are you? You satisfied now? You all
I
right?
am. It's all about the toes, baby. All about the toes.
You go through a lot.
Yes,
you
I
You
do.
do this a lot, don't you?
He's not allowed to park there, so
Okay.
All
And
right.
guys like you are there to get them.
we're all about the toes.
Okay, thank you very much. Harvey?
Okay, I mean, the lesson here is you can be towed in the complex you live in if you're not following the rules.